Hi, I'm Claude and welcome to my hydroponics channel. In this video, I'll be explaining what a screen of green is. I'll be designing one, cutting up the pieces, putting it together, and then implementing it onto my current hydroponics setup. So let's get started. Screen of green, otherwise known as Scrog, is a method of training your cannabis plants to form an even horizontal canopy, thus producing higher yields. Left on its own, a cannabis plant will grow tall and narrow, much like a Christmas tree, only producing one cola at the top or a couple, whereas if we use a training method such as Scrog, we'll get more of a flat canopy with multiple colas across that canopy. In this first illustration, we have a cannabis plant that was left on its own, meaning there was no low-stress training. The plant will grow into a taller Christmas tree type shape. In this scenario, there is inefficient use of the grow light, as well as there are fewer bud sites. And this is exactly what my plants look like in my first attempt at growing. In the second illustration, a Scrog method is used. The cannabis plant is simply trained to grow in a shorter but wider space using the Scrog. By using the Scrog technique, the plant makes more efficient use of the grow light. As well, more bud sites or colas will be produced. I will be designing, building, and implementing a Scrog technique in this video. This is my current setup. Over here I have the control bucket, and then these three are my plants. So my Scrog will run the perimeter across like that. So the next step will be to go into the tent and take measurements of how big I'd like to make it. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is take a measurement of the perimeter of the Scrog so I'll know how big to cut the pieces. So we'll get the glasses on and get started. Alright, so go to the back corner to the front. I'll probably like to make it around 42 inches by 42 across, and then here I've already done the measurements, going at 21 inches and 21 inches. Alright, let's go cut some pieces out. Okay, I'm out in the garage. It's the winter jacket. It's a little chilly out here. So I'm going to build the Scrog out of 3/4 inch PVC and 3/4 inch fittings. Now I've measured my first piece to also accommodate 5/8 going inside here. So I'll get started cutting up the first piece. One. All right. We'll just measure the next piece to be the same as the first. Okay, and cut that piece up. Okay, I finished all that cutting for this part. So I've got my 4 short pieces and the 2 long ones. So using our fittings, I'll give you a close-up of that. So I picked this up off of Amazon. It's a 4-way by 3/4 inch fitting. Okay, so we'll just start putting it together. So once I get it together, I can show you what I was thinking. All right, so for this corner, I'll have the leg going to the ground, and then if I wanted, I could always have a second layer of some kind of tie back. So that's for future if I needed that. Okay, so we'll keep going here. So this is the first time I've used this PVC for this reason, but for building structures, it kind of works really good. I'm not going to glue it or screw the fittings, so I want to be able to just take it apart if I need to. So this is the last piece. Okay, so just like my design picture, this is my intent. So what I can do, like it looks good, and then later I can just get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs and support it, and we'll go from there. So I'll go take it downstairs and do a dry fit to make sure it's going to work. All right. And we'll keep going. Okay, so I had to go back to the hardware store and buy another 10-foot piece of 3/4 inch PVC pipe. I got the legs all cut. I've got 6 legs cut. So I'm just going to assemble that on and see what it looks like. So that's good. So we got it up. I've got it at the right height. This is 28 inches. So now what I'm going to do is I picked up some 1/8 inch all-purpose rope from the dollar store. I got a couple of packs here. So I'm going to drill holes all the way through, probably every 3 inches. We'll try that out. So it'll be 3, 3, 3, 3, and then this way. And then I'll run the rope and we'll get a grid pattern going. So let's get the drill set up and go from there. I'm using just bigger than a 1/4 inch drill bit for the 1/8 inch rope, and I've already strung it through, so it looks like it's going to work. So what I'm going to do is just drill all my marks, and then I'll start threading the rope through. Okay, so I finished all my holes and then I started threading the rope. It's not going as fast as I would have liked, so I'm drilling the holes a little bit bigger just to get the rope through. And but it is going in. It's still on track. Okay, so I'm halfway done. I've got the rope going that way, so now I'm just going to cross section it with a second piece of rope. So far so good. I did have to use quite a bit bigger drill bit and re-drill the holes, but it's going now. So I'll keep going with the cross rope until I'm done. Okay, so I'm all done. It turned out how I wanted it. When I strung the second layer of rope, I intertwined it. So this is exactly what I was looking for, and we've got approximately 3-inch square grid pattern. So I'm gonna go have lunch, and then after lunch we'll put it in the tent and set it up, see how it goes. I gotta be honest, lunch actually lasted for a week and a half. Anyhow, I did get the scrog in place, and that gave us a chance for the plants to grow up to the grid, like the rope area, and form that canopy shape that I was referring to earlier. So let's have a closer look. Okay, so the scrog fits pretty good in the tent. As you can see, this is the largest plant, and it's growing up to the scrog, the grid, and then it's just kind of flattening out, whereas the bud sites, once it switches to flower, they should start coming up. That plant's got some catch up, and so does that one. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing so you don't miss the next video, where I will switch the plants out of vegetative cycle into a flowering cycle. And we'll see how that goes. See you next time.